That drone show is supposed to take off 9:30 tonight. So how in the world do they prepare for all of that? Craig Moeller, again, he's going to let us know what you're behind the scenes of the show.
Yeah, they're getting set up right now, Janet, here at Town Point Park at Harborfest. You can see the line of drones. They are just starting to set these out. And I'm going to bring in the drone guy from Image Engineering, Phil Keller. Thanks for joining me, man. You got one of these drones. This is one of about 160 you guys are going to fly tonight. Is that right?
Yes, we're flying 160 drones tonight. We got an 8.5 minute show set to a soundtrack and featuring a couple of surprise elements and a lot of old favorites from around the town here. So.
It's really incredible, and you might be wondering if you've never seen or heard about a drone show. I mean, you're basically able to put lights in the sky and configure pretty much anything you want to. Isn't that right?
Correct, yeah. So we've been working with the city for about the last 2 or 3 months. Going from storyboarding process to programming the entire show, getting feedback from them and everything, nail it down to, like I said, a good 8-minute show out over the water here, and should be good.
It's incredible. Now, the first time they came out with the drones, I was here, and to see that very first one, the response from the people out here, you know, we've got an amazing fireworks show, and if you can get out tomorrow night for the fireworks, highly encourage you to do that. But the drone show got every bit as much or more feedback. People absolutely loved the light show. So let's talk about what these things do and how you get these things to do this.
Yeah, so this is the X1 quadcopter, of which we have 160 here to fly today, plus some spares. Yeah, it's basically programming on a computer, on a timeline, just laying out the elements of the show. You're programming both where the drone is going to fly and what color it's going to be when it gets there. The real artistry, I think, is in making sure that the drones don't collide into each other, that the transitions between the looks really good and is smooth. I say it's kind of easy to program the base thing, but then get into massaging it all into place, yeah, and look very good. It's where all the artistry is.
I'm seeing a number of lights flashing in the bottom. That is a programmable light. You said about a mile visibility. Tell me about how that works.
Yeah, so again, based on this has a real-time GPS in it, just like your phone. It talks with our base station here, and as well as up to 40 satellites, whatever's in visibility at the time. And then based on its elevation and its speed, it'll change a certain color so that all the pixels come together and make images.
Now, it is incredible, and it looks like the Victory rover is pulling out there, so that's what we're hearing in the background. I want to ask you brought up visibility, how many satellites are visible. I do want to ask, because I'm a weather guy, I'm a meteorologist. He didn't know that. He's down from Baltimore right now. But as a meteorologist, I'm always interested in what kind of parameters you're looking for. I've been forecasting for your drone show all week, but I'm always interested, is there a wind threshold? Is there a ceiling threshold or visibility? Or what things are you most concerned about?
Yeah, these are good questions. We are, based on our waiver with the FAA, we stop at 400 feet above, we'll say sea level today.
Right.
And that keeps us just under most helicopter traffic and things like that. It's an acceptable limit. We're looking for clear skies, beautiful weather, day much like today. This is perfect weather for this and everything, so this gives us our maximum visibility all over the planet, as far as where we're going to be. Wind speeds, it's very similar to fireworks in that regard. Around 15 miles an hour sustained or 20 mile an hour gusts, we start really questioning what we're going to do. We'll take various readings and make an assessment. Anything over 20, it's got to be a decision call then. Okay. Anything over 25, no show.
So you say sustained would be more like 10 to 15, gusts 15 to 20 is where you guys start looking
That's
at
where
it.
We're worried about it, yeah.
Okay.
So.
And it's interesting with fireworks, of course, you have winds, you worry about embers blowing and smoke and all different things. With this, you're more worried about them just operating in their right position.
More about if they collide, they usually come falling down, and we don't want to do that. So that's kind of what we're worried about. As the number one rule of safety, we don't fly over people. That's why we're going to take out and go over the water, make sure the waterways are clear. So, yeah, with the wind, I mean, they can all, a gust of wind, if they all kind of get blown off at the same regard, they can offset and kind of correct themselves. We can power through a lot, but safety's number one, and then we want to make sure it's a good looking show,
So do these things, are they at all temperamental? Like, do you have them like, it's like, okay, they're going to adjust okay in this situation or that? Or do you find them like, oh, we're really, really borderline in these things? I mean,
So
you've been working 4 years?
Yeah, so the software has come a long way. The state of the art is actually getting to a much healthier spot at this point, I think. They're a lot more predictable. It's much more binary as far as like either it's not going to work and it's out for the day, or it's going to work fine, you know?
Okay.
So, yeah.
It's super cool. Now, I'm going to step back over here, Jason, so you can get a look at the field. Your associates are setting them up. Basically, how does this work? You set them up in a configuration, and just talk to us about what they're actually doing right now.
Right now, they're just sitting there. We're going to put some batteries in them in a minute, and then we'll start lighting them all up. It's really a translation between what we're doing in the real life and what our software says. So we're going to start powering up, making sure that it's aligning with the software and that we're actually in the right physical space, and we can wiggle things around a bit as we need, you know.
But you start them off, you said, about a meter apart?
Meter spacing is what we're going for this show, yep.
Okay, and once they're out there, there'll be a field of 160 out there that they take off in concert, or do they go up in waves? And then
They'll go up in waves, yes.
Okay.
It's we call it the pancake because there's a couple layers. It's I don't know what the setting is on this one, but it'll be about, you know, about a fifth of them at a time. We kind of go up in several waves, come up as like a large box to be sparkling and everything. It's actually the coolest part of these shows, I think, is when they take off and when they come back in. It's in your face, at least for me. It's very majestic. They'll take off in a big stack, kind of swarm into a shape, and then start our approach out over the water. And then generally they'll sparkle and everything, but then kind of like we'll have a fade out, and then they'll assemble into the first image. I'm not gonna say what it is.
Right.
That'll light up the sky, and then everyone kind of has that, oh, and the show is really going at that point.
So I'm gonna say real quick, okay, you just shared something I'd never thought about, and for those of you who are smart enough to be checking out the 13 News Now Plus stream and you're catching this, I never thought about the takeoff and landing, you know, because we're over maybe by the concert thing, oh, look, the drones are up and you're coming. If you are over a little bit closer to the Nauticus side of the park and you can take a glance, the whole area is, you know, partitioned off so you can't get close to the drones. But to see, yeah, please don't. But I mean, to see them take off would be pretty cool as well.
It looks cool from anywhere. I guess on our end we have a unique perspective because it's right in our face. But it looks great from anywhere. Again, we've learned that having the takeoff scenario have like all the drones kind of doing like this sparkle chase thing. It just looks like this glittery mass going into the sky.
That is
it looks
awesome.
great from anywhere, yeah. And that's a good question. The show is actually oriented towards from this side of the park all the way down to the end of the pier there. So it's any seat in here is going to be a pretty good view of what's going on.
I'll definitely state that all the way down along the river here at Town Point Park, you're going to be able to enjoy the show. It's out over the water, and they bring a lot of the displays kind of down, and then you guys reset. And one other thing, your content, you had mentioned this earlier, it really is unique. A lot of it will have significance to our area.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I mean, think about that. The drone show is customized and designed to speak to Harborfest, our tradition, certainly our military. I can tell you, I'm not giving away what the images are, but it's awesome. It really, really is. Now, as far as the time, is it 9:30 to start?
9:30 is the go time, yep.
So 9:30, you definitely want to be down here. This is one where you'll want to be at Town Point Park to enjoy the drone show. And very quickly, your company, Image Engineering, while you're handling the drone aspects of this, you said this company does all kinds of real cool stuff around the country.
Yeah, we're a special effects company, national based, and a good bit of Europe too. We do predominantly sports. We have a touring division, our sister company, Image SFX. Shout out those guys. We do a lot of sports teams. We do the Baltimore Ravens, Philadelphia Eagles,
Pyrotechnics, and
Washington
lasers.
Commanders. We do game day special effects. It's lasers, pyrotechnics, cryojets, all sorts of things. We build custom things for various teams, and we're very proud of that. It's good work.
A lot of really cool engineering and science and math go in to making all of this work. And when you check out the NFL and you're watching them take the field and you see all the different pyrotechnics and things going on, know that that's part of the same company group that's providing our drones. So very cool stuff. Good luck. Now, I guess you've been doing this, you said 4 years. So at this point, I mean, you've got this down pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, there's a certain amount of confidence, but every show is, you know, a chance to, you know, get it right or not. So, I mean, it's the same amount of diligence and hard work and care and concern out of all of us every time, you know. So we're down here, we want to do this right, you know.
Awesome. How many people do you have in your group? You got, what, 4 or 5 or so?
There's 5 of us today.
Okay. All right. Well, good luck to it. I really appreciate your time, Phil. I know you're getting it set up. And, again, I cannot stress it enough. If you've never seen it, come on down. If you've seen it in the past, he said there'll be a couple new things going on as well. So it's definitely something you will enjoy. You were saying when those things, when they start getting configured up, they go green, you know they're happy and they're getting ready to go.
Generally green is good, yep. Red is bad. And that's the thing. Most of the days is spent just making sure everything's aligned just right, so we hit that sweet spot, you know, 2 hours before show.
So last question, about how long does it take you to set all of this up? I mean, do you have to like set all the drones' wings out, or you know, when they pack, do each one of them get their own cases? This has got to be a job.
It's a job, and it's mostly bending over 160 times, you know, so that's a lot of it right there.
So your hamstrings are great, your low back, yeah.
Day, yeah.
All right.
No, but we're good. Basically, they come out of the case and just set up ready to go. We have to keep them oriented north, and then again, mostly just talking to satellites, trying to keep everything oriented and software is happy. So.
All right, well, great stuff. Good luck tonight, Phil. Really appreciate it. And we will look forward to these 160 drones as they get them all out there, taken to the air and putting on a great show. Janet, I'm going to send it back over to you. I know Evan's been providing great weather updates and content. I need to get into the models a little bit myself. Coming up tonight during our 150 minutes of news, I'm going to be talking about I keep saying Harbor Park, Harborfest. Ted Baruti and Jordan Lett will talk to them a little bit about what they do if storms do threaten. I know we've got a chance for storms tomorrow night, but I think everybody's all smiles here this afternoon. I guess Evan will be watching with those winds. Again, as long as the sustained winds are less than 15 and the gusts are less than 20 to 25, they should be in great shape for tonight. I'll send it back to you.
Yeah, what a great behind the scenes look at that, Craig. I am so fascinated about those drones. I mean, I have actually flown a drone somewhat, okay? Can't do all that.
Yeah.
But
all right.
but it's just fascinating. I can't wait to, you know, see it and hear all about it. So yeah, thanks for that behind the scenes look.
You got it, guys. I'll see you in just a little bit.
Okay, thank you much.